What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Deanie. So, just a quick update about my channel. This will now be my cancer vlog. I will be talking about my cancer journey. Yes, I said cancer. I have stage 4 colon cancer, which could have been caught months ago, and it probably wouldn't have been as far. I probably wouldn't have gotten as far along as it is now. But I mean, hey, that's water under the bridge. I'm getting treatment for it now. I found out July. I found out June 3rd when I went to the ER that I, in fact, had cancer. And what made me go to the ER was I was having like excruciating stomach pain. And this pain I had been having for months. I went to the emergency room back in August for this same stomach pain. They sent me home. And then I didn't go back to the emergency room until the first of the year, because like not only was I in pain, but I was also, sick with it, like vomiting and not being able to eat and keep food down. So that's what really made me say, you know what, let me stop playing and just go on ahead and go to the ER, insurance or not, because I don't have insurance. So I couldn't just go to the doctor for a checkup, which sucks, but whatever. But yeah, I went on the 1st. They sent me home. They told me my gallbladder was swollen, which was kind of odd that they sent me home, because normally if it's like a organ like that, they'll take it out. They'll keep you and take it out, but they sent me home. So that was nothing but God that they sent me home, even though, I was thinking, well, why wouldn't they keep me? But anyway, but I thank God for them sending me home now, because I now know what was causing my pain, and I am now getting treatment for that. So I found out, and they told me they thought it was cancer. I was like, yeah, right, y'all playing. And he was like, no, the doctor was like, no, yeah, it is. We think it's cancer. So, had to put on my big girl panties. Okay, so where do we go from here? We're keeping you. We're going to schedule your colonoscopy for Monday. I wasn't claiming that I had cancer on the 3rd, which was a Friday. I wasn't claiming that until I got my results back. So I stayed in the hospital from Friday. They admitted me Friday, late Friday night. I was there all weekend, got my colonoscopy on Monday. I still had to stay in the hospital. I got my results back that following Wednesday. And it came back that I in fact had colon cancer, and I had, the mass it's about the size of an orange, and you know how big an orange is and how big your colon is, or like how wide your colon is. So that's a pretty huge mass. And not only did I have that big mass, I have smaller masses along my colon. And then it also spread to my liver, and I have fairly large masses on my liver, as well as other parts of my GI tract. So that's what's been like messing up my flow. So my flow, my eating, my whole stomach was just in pain. My stomach didn't want nothing in it. It wanted everything out, but nothing to go in it. So, which, that's I'm glad I found out what's going on. once I found out that Wednesday, they immediately, that Thursday I had to have surgery. And I got surgery on Thursday for them to insert my Mediport, which is the port where they administer my chemo through. And so, surgery on Thursday. Friday, I started chemo. I was on chemo from Friday to Sunday, which I took my first round of chemo like a G. I don't know how high or low the dosage was that they gave me while I was in the hospital, but I handled that pretty well. No side effects at all. I was able to eat and everything. Well, I did have like a little mishap with the stewed chicken that my sister bought. That came back up, but everything else kind of stayed down. So it was like touch and go with certain foods. But for the most part, I was able to keep stuff down. I wasn't able to eat a lot, but, just enough to sustain. But, they got treatment going. And I got out of the hospital that Monday. And so ever since then, it's been every other week going back and forth to the oncologist office, having my chemo treatments. I'll do I'm in the office for like 4 hours because they do my lab work, and then I see the doctor, and then I do my chemo. And the chemo, I do 2 hours in the office, and then they send me home with what I call my rescue pack, because it's a take-home chemo pack that I have to do for 48 hours. So I go Monday and I take the rest of my chemo pack back on Wednesday. But I've done so far 3 rounds of chemo. The second round is when I started feeling the side effects that my oncologist told me that I would probably encounter, I guess you could say, which is cold sensitivity. I can't eat or drink anything cold. I can't touch anything cold. I can't even be outside in the cold. Like, if I go outside in the cold, my hands get really numb. My face gets numb. If I eat or drink anything cold, it's like I'm eating or drinking glass, like pieces of glass going down my throat, and which is kind of dangerous because my throat can close up if I'm doing that. So I try to have stuff room temperature if it's not hot. But I mean, other than the cold sensitivity, I do have some nausea. They gave me nausea meds for that. And the fatigue, being tired, and my last round of chemo was, of the 3, was the worst. So it seems like each time I do it, my side effects get worse. And they last longer. Everything I eat now tastes gross, especially sweets. Which is good in a sense, because I shouldn't be eating that stuff anyway. I have dropped a lot of weight. I think since August I've dropped like 70 pounds. I was in like the upper 300s, and now I'm in like the kind of high 200s. So that right there is like my silver lining of like this whole ordeal. The fact that I'm losing weight. So, which isn't good. Well, I mean, it's good and it's not good because of the reason why I'm losing the weight. But other than that, I've been doing handling everything. I've been doing pretty good. And I owe that all to my support system. My mom, my sister, my best friend, her mom. I have other friends that that I'm close to here. Everybody's kind of been in a lot of my family, like, my mom, my aunts. They've really been people. A lot of people have like really like helped me out, even like at church. So, my pastor came to see me while I was in the hospital, which I was super duper excited about because I love my pastor. She's so genuine and like real. But anyway, so that's been my journey up till now. I'll come back, later on and let you all know what's going on with me, because my goal is to beat this. Even though the doctor said it isn't a curable disease, it's treatable. So if I have to live the rest of my life, I'm 32 now. If I can make it to see my nephew graduate from college and start a family of his own, and so on and so forth, that will be my life. You know what I mean? I'm not ready to go. I still have things to do here. So, and if God was ready for me, He would have been taking me out. So, I'm just blessed, and I bless the Lord for keeping me and me finding Him before all of this even started. So, and that's another reason why I'm handling everything so well. But that's it in a nutshell. I will chat with you guys later with my ashy hands.